On this episode of TQA Weekly, I talk about how we are making our life unnecessarily complicated. My name is Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and you can always email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Go to my website, tqaweekly.com, interact with community, use the contact form to email me directly, and of course, you can always comment on this video on YouTube, blip.tv, or Vimeo. Today's topic is all about making our lives less unnecessarily complicated, and if you don't understand, I achieved the point with the title. I am going to help bring back the logic to your emails, application, games, and backups, ultimately making your mobile devices have more free space, your computers actually faster to scan and to back up, and ultimately make it easier for you to actually find stuff inside your own computers, laptops, and other actual portable devices with a 1, 2, 3 step. So first, let's talk about emails. Emails stack up a lot. We tend to have hundreds, thousands of emails, depends on the person, but in my case, I can get thousands of emails easily per week. So one of the really bad habits of that is actually keeping it all, especially when a lot of it is spam and all the legitimate emails you may or may not actually reply to. In my case, I may reply to 1 out of 100 because I actually have to read every single one of them. It's a really cool thing about having a show because I may get the same question 50 some odd times and just give it as one specific episode. One of these questions being, how do I make my life easier with technology? So by reducing the amount of emails that you're actually storing, you actually save space on all your devices and actually make it easier to find anything. If you actually want to know just how complicated it is to find anything, type your own name in the search tool of your email client and see what the heck happens. You'll understand just how useless search tools can easily be, especially if a lot of the emails have to do with the same exact topic. So by reducing the amount of emails you actually keep, you'll actually be able to actually find stuff faster. So in this case, reduce the amount of emails you store. It will also make it easier for you. Second, the saving of useless files. And let's define what a useless file is. First of all, never store drivers, game patches and updates, or anything else that is like software and whatever to be saved and stored ever again onto disks and backups and whatever. Because ultimately speaking, you want to download the latest and greatest every time you format your computer. By having the latest ones, you don't have all of these extra patches taking up space on your hard drives, and these programs, drivers, games, and whatever are already more secure as in the process. And if you use applications like Origin and Steam and whatever, you don't literally need to save the files because you'll be able to download them later, unless you have some weird reason to why you don't want to actually delete them from your computer and just download them later on. You should really consider not saving all of these files and just delete all of them when you're not using them. Third, and this applies to everything mobile and desktop and laptop related, is remove unused applications and games, and as a personal rule, I remove any game from my computer that I haven't touched in 3 months. Why 3 months? Well, basically because I work a lot and I don't play that many video games, but usually if I haven't played it in 3 months, I'm not technically interested at that time to actually play that game. I may play it later on, but I will just re-download it later. So by removing on computers and laptops and whatever, applications and games that you haven't touched in a while, you'll be saving space and making the image files of the backups actually smaller. By making them smaller, you'll purchase fewer hard drives. By purchasing fewer hard drives, you will actually incur a smaller expense. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm actually referring to the idea that you will spend less money making backups and in the end, actually reduce the amount of ecological and logical impact at the same time. It will be less complicated for you. So basically speaking, you should actually reduce the amount of applications you have on your computer by deleting the ones that you are not actually using. And the same should apply to all of your mobile devices. And in the case of mobile devices, you should delete them more frequently. If you have spent anywhere from a week to 2 not touching an application, chances are you don't need it. And in the case of various architectures like Android, these applications can drain the battery whether you're using it or not. By deleting it, you'll actually have fewer applications trying to notify you of different kinds of events, and this will actually save your battery at the same time as giving you more free space. when you're talking about a mobile device, we're talking about our own portable cameras and video cameras. If there's ever an event that you need to take a picture of or a video of, by having free space on this, you'll actually be able to capture them instead of trying to delete a bunch of stuff really quickly before the kid falls onto the floor after walking for the first time. So this is basically how it goes. Don't store that many emails. Don't save useless files like drivers, games, applications, and other types of files in that nature, because you can always download the latest and greatest later on. And always delete applications you don't use from your computers, laptops, mobile devices, including your tablets and phones. And this will in fact make your life easier. It'll be faster for making backups. It'll be faster for your antiviral and malware scans. And it will actually make it easier for you to get all your stuff if ever hard drives are failing, because you'll have fewer files in the first place to actually go and get. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. And don't forget to share with those that you think can benefit from this show. Goodbye.